Hi, it's Ocean Gate, whoever's out there. Mr. L here, coming from Ocean Gate Gym. We're going to be working on something. This is in our mini unit, having a little bit of fun, being a little silly, learning a new party trick. Hopefully some of you know it, because we did it a little last year. Some of you are just learning, which is okay too. First things first, as always, is safety. Make sure you're in a safe place to do this, whether that be in your house somewhere, your bedroom, living room, basement, in your yard somewhere, front yard, backyard, or whether that be at a park with an adult. Safe place means you won't get hurt, you won't hurt someone else, and nothing will get broken. Windows, TVs, glasses, things like that. Second thing, make sure mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, aunt, uncle, brother, sister, cousin, babysitter, whoever you're with, knows that you're doing PE and knows where you're doing it. It's important that they know where you're doing it, because if you start doing this, following the video, and you're up in your bedroom jumping around, they might think you're horsing around. Not what we want. We don't want any upset adults, so make sure you are telling them you're doing PE and you let them know where you're doing it. Last thing, as always, is sneakers. Make sure you wear your sneakers when you're doing these videos, because it's important for support for your foot, your arch, and the rest of your foot, so your feet don't hurt. And the cushioning, because when we're jumping around doing things, it's important for your knees, ankles, and hips. So, all right, let's get to warm-ups. Now I got a chair of equipment here. First thing we're gonna do is our frog jumps. Remember, we touch our toes, we squat down and touch our toes. We don't bend down like Quasimodo, like we're 300 and go, We bend down, squat down, touch our toes, arms up, and jump. All right? Here we go. Squat down, touch your toes, jump. Touch your toes, jump. Woo! Just keep working. Nice. You don't have to jump super high, but you have to leave the ground. You have to leave the ground. You don't have to jump super high, but you have to leave the ground. I don't want to see these either. Then squat down, you come up, you jump. You bend down, you squat, you come up. Bend down, squat, jump. All right. Woo. Next one. These are called bear low fives. Bear low fives. So you are going to have your hands on the ground in a bear position, not a plank position, like you were in a bear crawl. And you're going to touch. Your opposite foot's going to kick in, and you're going to touch with that opposite hand. Kick in, touch with the opposite. Turn this way so you can see a little bit. Opposite, you're kicking underneath. These are bear low fives. We're just kicking underneath, touching. Keep that balance. Just kicking. Woo! Sometimes one hand is harder than the other to keep your balance. You don't have to go super fast. It's not a race. You don't have to kill it, but you have to work. Ooh. Keep it going. Woo! Yowza, wowza. Ooh. All right. Now we are going to do our out and in jumps. Very simple. Very simple. You jump your feet out a little bit. A little wider than your hips. You don't want to be super duper wide, because it's going to be very hard to jump them back in. When I say in, you don't want to click your heels together. You don't want to hit your ankle bones or knee bones. We want no ouchies. All right, here we go. We'll start slow and then go fast. So here we go. Out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, time here. We're in good shape. All right, last one we're gonna do is our mountain climbers. Just gonna move this chair a little bit. You're gonna be in a high plank position or an up push-up position, and you're just going to bring your knees up to your chest. All right? So you get in that high plank position. I'm super old, so it takes me a minute. You're just gonna bring those knees up. All right? Just bringing those knees up to your chest. You can run them. You can walk them. You can go side to side. Woo! Those abdominals are screaming. All right, let's get into it here. So, like I said, we're in our mini unit of juggling. So some of you, I know my olders, even some of my youngers, remember the juggling video from last year, but we're gonna break it down a little more so we get a little more practice at it this way, all right? Whew. So I'm gonna start today with some scarves. Just gonna show you a lot of different equipment that you can use at home. Your equipment can be anything: empty water bottles, stuffed animals, milk cartons, something you can hold in one hand. Bean bags, small tennis balls, or small bouncy balls, or pickleballs, or also I would pick something soft, because just in case it hits you in the coconut, it shouldn't hurt. Also, you might want to start with small plastic bags, maybe like ShopRite, Stop and Shop, whatever kind of grocery bags you have, that float a little bit. So if the things float, it'll be a little easier. So I'm going to start with scarves today, and we're just going to alternate hands, catching, tossing, and catching. So it's going to be up, catch, up, catch, up, catch, up, catch. Nice and easy. Only with two pieces of equipment. Only with two pieces of equipment. Nice and easy. Back and forth. Get a little rhythm going. Notice these float, so they're a little, ooh, I almost dropped it as I said that. These are a little easier because they float. This is where I would start if you are a novice juggler. That means you don't really know how to juggle. For my olders, my youngers, we did one last week where we started a little less. That's right, so the scarves are done. Let's see, that's the hardest. I'll go to bean bags. These are the next step, I think. They have a little bit of weight, but we just go back and forth, up, down. You can still look at your pieces of equipment for right now. Only one is in the air at a time, so it's a little easier. Just showing you different pieces of equipment to do it with. All right, back and forth, that's bean bags. Yarn balls, probably some of the easier. Back and forth. Most people can do this. If you need a challenge for this part, close your eyes. See if you can do it with your eyes closed. All right, eyes closed, catching. Last one will be the hardest. I have these small rubber chickens. These are kind of tough, but up, down, up, down. They don't have to go super high. These rubber chickens, up, down, up, down. All right, these are turning a little bit, so these are kind of tough. All right, now, I'll go back to the scarves. Oh my goodness, I can't pick it up. I'll go back to the scarves. So now we're going to do X's with our scarves. So it's across, across, catch, catch. Across, across, catch, catch. You're going tossing across, catch, catch. You have to think there's an X above your shoulder just in front of it. So I think there's an X about right here on my body. Just shooting up from my shoulder right in front of me. That's what I'm aiming for. Aim for that X, catch, catch. So now they're both in the air at the same time, so it's going to be hard to focus on just one. All right? X, 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 X. Nice and easy. X, X, catch, catch. All right, get that rhythm. We'll go beanbags. So then it's X, X, catch, catch. You're tossing kind of up and across. You don't want to toss sideways. You just want to go up and across. Nice and easy. Up, up, catch, catch. So now they're both in the air. You can't focus on just one. You have to kind of find a space right down the middle so you can see both. Because once we get to 3, you're going to need to be able to see them all. Now, last one I'll do the chickens last, but the balls, so it's X, X. So you're switching hands every time. You're tossing, the one you're tossing in your right hand, you're catching in your left. The one you're tossing in your left, you're catching in your right. Nice and easy. If you can do 2 here, that's good. Work those X's. If you can get an X with the 2 and really get the flow, this will be your best friend as you get to 3. Last one I'll do is the chickens. This could be a disaster. I don't know. So it's X, X, catch, catch. 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 So just start alternating hands. And then your X's. Like I said, you can do this with any piece of equipment you have at home. I don't want to hear, I can't do it, I don't have equipment. You can use balled up socks. You can use a balled up mittens. You can use a balled up hat. Whoa! See, sometimes you drop it, but that's okay. You can use anything you have at home. If you can get 2 pieces of equipment and do your X's, that's perfect. All right? Next time, we'll be working on 3 and juggling in a circle. So be ready to go with 3 pieces of equipment next time. Stay active.